What's up, guys? Thank you for joining me for this reaction video. Thank you for checking out my channel if you have. Thank you for subscribing if you have. If you haven't, do it, Um, leave a like, subscribe, and share if you end up liking what you see. Check out my Patreon for early access, all that. In this video, I'll be checking out. This is Nick's thoughts on the trial. Nick's thoughts on the trial. I'm guessing this is the George Floyd trial. Oh, not George Floyd's trial. That fucking guy. What's his name? I forget his name, man. But the trial was held not so long ago. I didn't watch it. I didn't follow. Of course, the George Floyd news made worldwide. The George Floyd incident made worldwide news, man. International news. That shit was being shown on TV here. Yeah, it made international news, man. Police brutality, man. The thing with police brutality is it exists, I think, everywhere, man. Cops are like that, man. They tend to be like that, man. I don't know if I should say it exists everywhere, but it exists in most countries, in a lot of countries. It's not something that's unique to America, you know. You see it a lot here. It's a problem, man, in most places in the world, in most countries. The police just have this power and they use it with impunity, man. They abuse the power they have, man. It happens. But what makes the American thing so unique is that there's a whole racial aspect or racism aspect that comes into play, man. I feel like, that's what makes it so makes it stand out so much, man. The whole racism aspect, that's what makes so much news. That's why people pay so much attention to it, and it happened at a time when people were dealing with COVID and people were locked down, people were mostly at home, and people were paying attention, man. So that, I feel like, that magnified the whole thing, man, because it's not something new. It happens. And the trial was held recently. I didn't follow. I know the guy was found guilty, but let's see what Nick thinks, man. Because I'm sure he's going to come with his own unique perspective here, man. Let's see what this the video is from Asian Violence, from Future Files, man. And I know he's going to hit us with some good visuals, man. Probably some footage from the trial. But without further ado, let's see what this is about.
So they got this this Derek Chauvin trial coming up.
Mm-hmm. I didn't watch the clip, man. I didn't watch that thing. I didn't want to watch someone just get killed like that, man. It's stuff like that. It's hard to watch, man. Stuff like that is hard to watch. Let's go.
I'm rooting. I'm going prosecution on this one.
I think we're all pretty much on the prosecution side.
I'm rooting for the prosecution.
Have people really pick sides in that thing? It seems like it's kind of like everyone's sort of wait and see.
What do you mean by that?
Let the best man win.
I think we sort of know who the guy on trial is not the best man. I think that's pretty clear.
I didn't realize that was sort of like, I thought that was just something I think people sort of casually.
No, I think everyone is rooting pretty hard for one side.
Are there Derek Chauvin fans out there? I don't think there are.
Certain. I mean, definitely.
I don't think out of the closet Derek Chauvin.
I put my
fans.
foot in the water, and the temperature reading the room, my general read on the consensus of American citizens, this was very much like a 1998. Should we introduce the blue M&M or the purple M&M?
Right.
kind of thing.
I think the stakes are a little higher than that, and I think your read on the room
in this
is wrong.
situation, the purple M&M has been murdered by the blue M&M,
Oh yeah,
and we're
how could you
deciding
forget?
whether or not to be mad at the blue M&M.
I think we're all mad,
yeah,
and everyone's hoping that.
but
the
isn't
blue
the
M&M
moral
goes
of
to
the
jail.
I've never seen this footage before, so this is really I don't know. I'm imagining this shit, like seeing the footage and all that. It's different. It hits different, man. Let's continue.
Underneath it all were all chocolate.
That's not the moral.
That by being on trial for murder, in a way, Derek Chauvin
No,
is.
no, I know what you're
is-
gonna say.
you could say that he is
You
himself
couldn't even say that.
No, you can't.
Whatever you're gonna
a
say.
man who has gotten the RN vaccine.
No, that's certainly not the case whatsoever. Even following your twisted logic, I don't believe.
Would you say that you could call Derek Chauvin?
No, whatever you're gonna say, no. Whatever you're gonna say, no. And why don't we go back to about Thomas Middleditch raping people with black lipstick on?
Yeah, let's go.
Well,
back
Adam
to-
wanted to talk about Derek
He
Chauvin.
did, and that
I
was
wanted
a
to. Say, I
huge-
just wanted to get it. See what. See,
And
I
what did-
wanted
and
to
where
see
did
the
the
temperature on the
how
show.
about Derek Levine? And he's Derek Shelley Levine from Glengarry Glen Ross.
Okay.
And he's like, you should have seen it.
No.
I had him down.
We don't need to
there.
do any more. We don't need any character bits that are spun off of Derek, whatever
All right.
the fuck his name
And
is.
he was down.
We can
and
just
I
keep
had
it.
him.
No.
And he was- and I
no.
was-
You asked how about, and I said no.
And he had
I
a
think we should just
$20
move-
bill.
No.
And it was fake.
No, sir.
Okay.
You said how about?
The
and
machine.
Roundly no is the
I just
answer.
wanted to see.
Chauvin the machine.
No.
I wanted to see
that's-
who you guys were rooting for, and I think that Stav and I are both going
We
prosecution.
are definitely. I am. Let me just say that I am firmly rooting for.
I want to
the
put that out there
prosecution.
about myself too. I'm going prosy.
I'm
Whereas
still-
Nick is.
I'm still
undecided.
finding out
He's
who all
Ken
the
Bone. He's a
players.
This guy looks like Stav, man.
Undecided voter.
He's
I need to know who all
I want to
the
put that out there
prosecution.
about myself too. I'm going prosy.
I'm
Whereas
still-
Nick is.
I'm still
undecided.
finding out
He's
who all
Ken
the
Bone.
the,
He's
the,
he's
the
an
players
undecided
are.
voter.
I need to know who all the players
Nick's wearing
are.
his big red sweatshirt.
and he wants to ask a question.
I need to know who all the players are. Apparently, they already had the karate expert testify in the trial. So I see we've reached the karate expert phase of the public trial, which is a very important
You
part
gotta
of the
get-
public trial. This is the karate expert
their
era.
voices heard.
Who did they have?
There's the tiny glove era, and then there's the fat twins on motorcycles.
Who were those guys?
I don't know. I think they were on postcards. I really only know the reference from The Simpsons.
What?
They
who
weren't
was?
involved in a murder case. Were
Who
they?
would they get as the karate expert? Who do they get? A real sensei
Yeah,
or something?
that guy from the video.
He was in the video. Derek. What are
No,
you talking
there's
about?
a guy who testified yesterday. That's
Yeah.
what the jump off of this is. Is there was in fact a martial arts expert who testified that Derek Chauvin did a blood choke.
Yeah, it didn't seem like.
So they had someone come and testify and illustrate how the hold or the chokehold or the squeeze could have killed him or something. They had a martial artist come in. That's interesting, man. Guess a martial artist could be considered an expert in chokes and all that, man, because they do, the grappling, jiu-jitsu, all that shit. They understand how to make someone lose consciousness, how to cut off someone's blood flow and all that via chokes and stuff. That's interesting, man. It's interesting.
He, I mean, wasn't very well trained. Whatever the fuck was going on. Blood choke. He's
Well, the point of his testimony was to prove that Derek Chauvin knew that he was cutting off circulation to George Floyd's brain.
Oh,
probably.
sad.
Yeah.
I-
So
I
again,
heard-
I just want to say I hope he goes to jail. And
Me
found
too.
guilty.
I'm going.
I would just like to put that
Let's
out
go,
there.
Pete.
Let's go. A rare time that we are voting for the prosecution.
But
Yeah.
what if the defense attorney is like just the most charming
Doing
No, it
rhymes.
doesn't matter.
Doing rhymes.
Yeah, what if the defense attorney is a George Floyd in his own right?
No,
It's a
I don't know what you're
A
talking
different kind
about.
of
That
hero.
No.
No,
Again, I
have
really.
you even met the man?
I don't. I can. This is one of those times where I don't need to meet him.
Derek Chauvin should have hired just like the most fucking like
The biggest showboat.
yeah, just yeah. If he could get like Don
A
King
razzle
as
dazzle.
yeah.
That would be.
Egregious, outrageous,
That would be good.
ridiculous, ludicrous.
That would have been a.
Yeah.
I gotta say, that would have been
to
probably a good
land such an
strategy.
upstanding man as Mr. a Gentleman, Doctor, Reverend Derek Chauvin. Here's what I don't want to hear your side of the story. Day one, we're gonna get him ordained.
Yo, this fucking cop fell, man. I don't know if you guys saw that.
We are going into that courtroom, and he will be a man of the frock.
Just an organ playing in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's-
that would have been one way to go.
That would have been better for TV.
Mhm.
I don't think this is a TV trial, is it?
I don't know. I think it's O.J. Simpson style.
Why don't they have
Just
big
a
TV
Lifetime
trials
movie about
anymore?
he was on trial for the racist murder of an unarmed black man that the entire world witnessed. And no one could help him except a fucking bum ass drunk clown of an attorney
And they
that got
fell in love.
that passed the bar by bribing people with detailing jobs.
That would be a beautiful love story. They found romance.
Not a love story, but he gets him off. He gets him like the lawyer.
I think. I
the
need.
lawyer that nobody believed in.
I think they need to.
These guys are usually I don't know who if this is Derek being transported here in the clip, but these guys are usually under such tight security, man. Like you definitely don't need all those cops to move this one guy, but I guess they prepare for scenarios where maybe like a crew or a gang comes in and tries to save him or something, or maybe an angry mob tries to get him and fuck him up or something. I don't know, man. It's just standard procedure, I guess, but I don't know if the stuff you see in movies could happen in something like this. Like let's say they are like I'm going off what I was seeing on screen here. This guy being taken out of the building and put in this car under tight security. In movies you see sometimes like when they're moving, say the person in custody or in cuffs is like a major underground crime boss or a mob boss or some shit, and then his gang or his crew comes in and tries to save him while he's being transported. I guess they prepare for shit like that, but it's very rare in real life, you know. Perhaps it used to happen back in the day, because these procedures and these protocols come into place after, or are usually formulated after something happens. Like I was watching a documentary a while back, like when JFK was shot, he was riding in a car that did not have a top. What they call them? Convertibles, drop tops or some shit. Yeah. Basically, that was the last time a president was ever transported in a car like that, because they learned from that. Another one, they were moving. There was another assassination attempt on another president. It was unsuccessful. They were moving a president, and then they wasted a lot of time standing outside the car, opening the doors. You know, and the assassin took that was his chance. He took that as his chance to try and assassinate a president. I don't know who it was. Let me know in the comments. But after that, they changed things up, you know. They learned from that, and now when they move a president, before he even gets to the car, they make sure the doors are open. So he just goes right here and he doesn't stand around waiting for the doors to be opened and stuff. Yeah, it's very interesting, man. Very interesting. We just learn from mistakes. Like you see how tight the kind of security that these people are moved under, and it's usually just from past lessons that they've learned from shit that has actually happened, man. So this guy being moved like this, you know, it has happened before. Someone has tried to break or to rescue or to ambush a unit like this transporting like a powerful a powerful criminal, maybe. You know, guy, yo, I don't think anyone. I don't think anyone can be on this Derek Chauvin side, man. It doesn't matter who you are, man. Like, this guy is a fucking. I don't even have a word for him, man. To just do that to that guy, man. Just take his life like that, man, in broad daylight. Guy wasn't even fighting back, man. At some point, man, it's. Unless you're like just super fucking racist, maybe. You know? That's the only explanation. That's the only reason you'd be rooting for this Derek Chauvin guy, man. And I wonder if this is the first time in America like a cop has been found guilty like this or been prosecuted successfully. Because here it happens. Here it happens, man. When cops are found doing some crazy shit, they get prosecuted and they go to jail, man. It happens. It happens. It does happen. Let's continue, man.
They fall in love. Love story. They found
Well,
romance.
not a love story, but he gets him off.
Yo, and sheriffs, by the way. Let me know about sheriffs, because I've never really understood this whole sheriff thing. I know the sheriff is an elected official, because we don't have sheriffs over here. Sheriffs are elected officials, yeah? They're like cops, but they're elected. How does that even work? Like, you have police, but then you have sheriffs who are elected. Like, I don't understand, man. I think sheriff is it's a very old school law enforcement unit, from because you hear about sheriffs in westerns, you know, in movies in westerns. You know, you see a sheriff walk into a town or into a bar and fuck people up. When they used to ride on horses, perhaps they still do. Back in the day, you see them in movies and stuff. How are they still around, man? When you have cops, let me know, man. When did the whole sheriff thing start, and how come it's still around when you have actual cops now? The sheriff's department. Let's continue, man.
The lawyer
Nobody
believed in.
I think they need to spice it up and make it that they fall in love. I'm just saying, if we want to take it to the next level.
I think that unfairly portrays the gay community as a bunch of racist
murderers,
murdering cops
yeah.
and elderly black men.
I wouldn't
that are
go there,
mentally
stop.
insane.
I think that's...
Is that the
I
message
wouldn't
you want to
go
send?
there.
Is that all gay people are Derek Chauvin and the
No.
cartoon of a
We tiptoe around a
mentally
line.
unstable-
You put your foot over it there by saying
Yeah.
that
No.
Derek Chauvin is gay, and
I
that he
think
has
you
gay
stepped over the
tendencies.
line and now you're covering it up, and that the crime.
There's
is
no
worse.
cover.
You're saying he has
The crime
homosexual
is worse
tendencies.
than the-
I'm
of racism.
I'm saying being gay is everyone is gay. That all of us have that in us, and through the power of understanding two very different people.
The Kinsey scale is what they call it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know you spoke Chinese.
I do. Yeah.
Derek Chauvin speaks Chinese. That's the defense is hinging his case on that.
My client.
My client! Could a racist man do this? Go ahead, speak a little Chinese for him, Derek. Go ahead, Derek. Blow these people's mentalities. Go ahead, do the shit off the menu.
Look at him just taking notes there, man. Like, what the fuck is he even writing? What the fuck is he even writing, man?
In the cell. Go ahead and say all the General Sal shit you were saying. Go ahead, Derek. Don't be shy. Shit. You kill a motherfucker on camera. You can at very least speak a little Chinese. The greatest lawyer of all time. If you convict this man, I'm gonna kill a bitch. I'm gonna walk out of here. The first bitch I see, I'm gonna beat her ass to death, and that's gonna be on you.
Yep. That would again be a very good
That's
strategy.
a persuasive argument.
You're on a motion to say just kidding.
Motion to say psych.
Motion to psych. I'm gonna psych that from the record.
I'd love to see some guy just decide to represent himself in court and like try to sound really like a lawyer with all the lawyer jargon that they have. It would be funny to just hear some guy try to sound like that, try to defend himself in court and sound like that, man.
Oh fuck. Damn, dude. You know,
You gotta look good. You gotta look good when you testify. We're gonna put you in Gucci slippers.
Mm-hmm. He's spending all the
They
stipend.
dress him like the
They get
Bishop Magic
we
Padawan.
get him a Jerry curl. We get him lipstick, Gucci slippers.
Derek Chauvin
We're getting a manicure.
has been immediately found guilty.
a velour. We get
Even
him,
the
like,
most racist cops defending him were like, "You got us." What can we say?
Yeah. My client would like to be referred to by his Muslim name, Rosebud Delicious. My name is Rosebud. No, Derek, talk the way we taught you when we did the miscongeniality scene.
Oh, the montage.
Yeah, we did like a teaching you how to be a lady montage.
Yep. What's the lawyer's name?
I like too. They bring Stanley Tucci in to teach Derek Chauvin how to act like a homo.
Yep. Say.
Oh, honey, that's all wrong. He's having to
the
walk
posture
around. Stanley Tucci and Kathleen Madigan is the people they bring in to coach Derek Chauvin on being a messy slut.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm into botanicals.
That sounds awesome. I wish I was into botanicals.
I'm sort of what you would call
What are other shit?
like a botanical mentality.
What's other botanicals?
Flowers.
Carnations. Some
kind of syrup.
the orchid show at fucking
Those are botanicals.
That's a botanical. The
I wanna-
Encyclopedia Botanica.
That's a botanical.
That's a botanical.
Okay.
Nugs. Dank nugs.
Settlers of Botan.
Settlers of
Botanicals.
Botans.
That's a botanical.
That's what Bloods play.
a botanical. A botanical pencil.
A botanical pencil, of course.
That's a botanical.
That's so true.
Yana, my client doesn't even own a botanical pencil. And going furthermore, research indicates that there's no such thing as a botanical pencil. So I ask you again, how could he possibly have killed Mr. George Floyd?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a good defense.
They're
And
like-
the jury, this one guy in the like deliberating, he's like, I mean, he made a really good point about the botanical pencil. It doesn't exist. They're like that, but what?
There's no pencils involved. There's no pencil at any point in this case.
Half of his argument was that I'm going to show you a magic trick monologue from The Dark Knight.
Oh,
That would be awesome. I would love to see an insane old black guy try and remember the magic trick.
Just
Speech from
it's
Dark
an old
Knight.
black guy with Heath Ledger Joker makeup on defending Derek Chauvin. Maybe we've all gone a little psycho. Maybe we've all had too much in this world. Everybody hurts. Everybody cries. Sometimes. Sometimes. What's the frequency, Kenneth? What is the frequency, Kenneth? Spyrodome.
Spyrodome.
Are we living in a system of justice, or is this some kind of Mad Max Spyrodome situation? That my client can't get a fair trial just because he's got a Jerry curl and a velour tracksuit and Gucci slippers. I know what you think. You look at Derek Chauvin and you think he ain't. Boo. And it was the beep heard round the world.
And somehow also the lawyer was convicted of murder after that display. They were both immediately put to death.
Like, there's got to be no way that he's like, you have to prosecute him. The system knows that, because if he doesn't go to jail, there's going to be riots. Like,
I think he's probably going to get off somehow.
They
dude.
always get
They
off.
always get off.
I don't
Like
know
the
with this
one, yeah.
Kyle
The one
Rittenhouse.
guy
Kyle
is-
Rittenhouse will get off for sure, but the Shavine guy, it's like there's too much.
Although that the one cop in South Carolina they caught on camera.
Yo, if they hadn't found him guilty, man, there would have been riots like crazy. I'm looking at this clip and I hope they don't show him being killed, man. I don't want to see that, man. It's too much. But had they not convicted the guy, the Chauvin guy, yeah, you would have seen riots like crazy, man. There would have been riots like crazy. Man, America was having a tough year in 2020, bro. Like, sheesh. Like, I mean, the whole world was just looking at America like, damn, you guys are going through it, man. COVID, this shit, elections, like, you guys had a crazy year, man. The whole world was just sitting back like, oh, shit. You know? Time for them to feel what we feel. Especially the election stuff. It got really dicey there with the elections and stuff. You know, your democracy got really fucking tested, and I'm telling you, most people are watching you, America, like, yep, let's see how they deal with this. Let's see how they handle this shit that we're used to, man. You know? People are like, shit, man, if this shit is happening to America, wow. Wow. It was a weird time, man. 2020. Yep, you guys were going through it. You guys were going through it, man.
He did go. He shot a guy in the back. He's
Yeah.
like one of the only guys that. Something fucked up is going to happen.
Yeah.
There's no way he's going to
Well,
go to jail.
I mean, getting
what
them
he
even to
deserves.
trial is like a big deal.
Well, who cares?
Yeah.
The point is,
I mean, we care.
is
I
that
care.
they should let me orchestrate that defense.
Yeah.
Find that lawyer,
Mm-hmm.
the whole
Uh-huh.
thing, the Joker makeup,
You
the
find
velour tracksuit, the Gucci slippers.
Yep.
Have a mentally ill lawyer in Joker makeup.
Mhm.
Call Derek Chauvin the N word
Yes.
in some.
Oh, I see. So that way
psychotic
he
display.
definitely goes to jail. Is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's kind of a. But it would really start a conversation. You know? It would make people think. It would really open up the dialogue in America in a way.
Yeah,
So
and that's what
fucking
we
true.
need. We need more talking, a little bit less yelling at one another.
And
Yeah, and feature files, man. Thanks for not showing the actual thing, man. Thanks for leaving that part out, man. Don't want to see that, man. But yeah, man. What can I say? What else can I say about this, man? You know? It was a sad thing. Sad thing, unfortunate thing, man. Like I said, man, police brutality exists everywhere. Not everywhere. In a lot of countries. Definitely happens here. Especially during election time, you know. It happens, but in America you have this whole race thing that comes into play, and that just makes the whole thing, magnifies the whole thing. I know that it should not be magnified. It should, man. That stuff should be addressed. You know, the American cops are on the spot on this one, man. Don't know what else to add to this, man. Hope you guys like this, man. And I will see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.